Instagram, good evening to you as well. All right, we're getting ready. We're on the Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel. We're on the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries page. And we're also on Instagram. So, good evening to each and every one of you as we get ready to come in and do the show on this Monday evening. Hoping that your day has been a great one. I've spent some time today in my doctor's office, so I've got to do a few little things just a little bit differently. We're getting ready to go live in just about 3.5 minutes on the most controversial television talk show in the nation. We will start the show off tonight dealing with Shara Wright. Why is the intro? Okay, you just going through it? Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about Shara Wright and what's going on in that case, and I'm going to talk about the president's message on opiates and drug dealers. So I'm going to give you my opinion on that as well on tonight. We're just waiting to go, and most of you do know on all of our social media platforms that this is a live, for real television talk show. And we're just getting ready to do what we do. So we do go to commercials. That's how I make my money. Okay? So it's going to be an interesting evening. I was in court this morning on that on the Shara Wright, Billy Ray Turner situation. Give me a pen, Dale. There's that one in this. No, ain't one in here no more. Atlanta's in the house. Memphis Finance. Does that mean that you mean? And the pastor of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, located at 3835 Raleigh Military Road. Y'all ready? I'm ready to learn. Let's see. All right. We're getting ready to go in probably about a minute and a half. Just hold on. Watching from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We've got the Thaddeus Matthews church site up, which is Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, the YouTube page. It's up, and also we're on Instagram getting ready for the Go sign to go live.
2790 Kirby Winton Road in Bartlett.
Is that on air?
Of Summer Avenue, next door to Hollywood V. If you have any questions, call us directly at 901-692-6200 or visit sleepyz's.com. Sleepy Z's by Michael Zelder, where you never wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
The views and opinions expressed on this talk show are those of the talk show hosts, the producers, and/or persons appearing on the program, and do not reflect the views and opinions of the SVP network.
Turn it up!
This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Yes, on TV, damn. Ooh. Just stop it, ignorant the first week. See, you ignorant motherfuckers. Y'all just stay long. Like, you make it close. Your motherfucking ass.
He's not afraid to tell the truth. He's the one that will inform you about all those jokers that are doing wrong. You cross the line and then it's on. Sometimes the other don't get it right. They don't get it right, and it does his homework every night. What's local news, world news,
5, 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Monday evening to you. And welcome again to still the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the rawest, the most informative, the most entertaining television talk show in the world, where I don't give a damn whether you get pissed off or not. We're going to tell it exactly like it is. Hoping that your weekend has been simply marvelous, no matter what it is that you've been doing all weekend, whether you've been out working or whether you're one of the fortunate ones that can just sit back and take your leisure. I'm just glad to be here on this Monday, and to those of you who are joining me by various ways of social media, and to those of you who are on social media, I don't talk about what I'm talking about. And once I see you talk about something other than what I'm talking about, you block from the page, okay? That's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be alive. It's still in the land of the dying, on our way to the land of the living. I spent some time today in my doctor's office, one of my doctors, Dr. Faulkner, my cardiologist. I was feeling, for the past couple of weeks, feeling a little run down, a little tired. I went to my primary physician, Dr. Bowen Bowen, over on Riverdale, and he said, well, you may need to go see a cardiologist. So I went to see a cardiologist today, and there are some things that I'm going to have to do differently, like getting my blood pressure and my sugars and all of that in order. He wants me to stop drinking completely. I told him we're going to wean off of the alcohol. I'm going to go from the hard stuff. I'm going to let the hard stuff alone, and I'm going to probably red wines and things of that nature. I've got too much to do to die right now, okay? Plus, my dying will make too many damn folk happy, so since I don't want y'all asses to be happy, I got to do what I need to do, what I am going to. I've already lost, this time last week, the last year rather, I was 350 pounds. I've been down in the last few months to as little as 288, then I started eating just a little bit. I'm a little less than 300 pounds. I've taken dozens of suits and had them retailored by my good tailor, Miss Ruth Glasper, that takes good care of all my clothing, monograms, do all my little bells and whistles that I like done to my suits and things of that nature. So I'm going to do some things a little bit different. Not a whole lot different, but I'm going to do some things a little bit differently. I spoke with my doctor, and I'm going to do most of what he said to do. Most of it, but don't do 100%. At least he got me for 90. But I need to stay around here because I've got the growth of the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. It's the utmost important thing that I do. Naked Truth comes before anything and anybody in my life. That's where my heart, that's where my foundation is. I'm also at a point where doors are opening in other areas of broadcast media. After spending 34 years in broadcasting, there are some things that are happening for me right now that I'm just excited about. Y'all labeled me back in December the cussing pastor, and some things are happening nationwide, even worldwide, because of that branding that has been placed on me. And I'm going to do it. And I tell folks that I am not your traditional pastor. I ain't trying to be like Reverend Nobody, you know. I ain't trying to be like Apostle Nobody, or Bishop Nobody. I'm Thaddeus. And the ministry that God has given me to open the minds of people and to revolutionize some of the thinking. Well, everybody ain't going to go for it, okay? Everybody is not going to go for it. One of the things that my doctor did recommend is I do some exercise. Ooh, Jesus. So I'm getting me some church sneakers. The property of Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries is massive. It's half a lap, or half a mile, one way around, from the front door all the way around behind the gym, and come to begin is half a mile. And that's what I'm going to do every day is take a walk around. And I'm going to do a cutback on my liquor intake. I'm going to, I thought I had changed my diet. There's a few other things that I'm going to do as far as my diet is concerned. I was talking to my good friend Randy Wade, and Randy told me, and I ain't seen him in about a month, that he's down to about 288. Well, I mean, 238, 238. So I wait, I'm gonna catch up with you. I'm gonna get a little bit more finer than what I am. But I am going to stay here and do those things that I need to do around this nation, around this world, here in the city of Memphis as well. I want to send out my thoughts and not condolences to a young lady that was shot on, was it Saturday night? Early Sunday morning, rather. Young lady by the name of Choosy. She's a singer. Don't even know her first name. I know her mother. And the senseless killing that is going on in this country is ridiculous. The senseless killing that we are portraying in the African American community is, and like I said, 18 said it, boy, you know, you're gone. I don't play. Those of you that's on social media, I don't play with you. I see something ugly, you don't. Dale, what site are you monitoring?
I got YouTube.
Monitor the church site. That's what any ignorance that come across, get rid of it. When I see the senseless killing among black folk in this country, and y'all concerned about what white folk are doing, something's wrong with us. Something is wrong with us as a people that we are killing each other. And something's got to be done. The laws are going to have to change. I'm going to deal, after I talk about the Cheryl Wright case, I'm going to deal with what the president said today on opiates, these painkillers, and the drug dealing that goes on with them. And I'm thinking, I'm going to talk about killing the killers. That's going to be the topic tonight. I have no sympathy for drug dealing. whether you black, white, I don't care nothing about your economic history, what part of the neighborhood you came from. You didn't have no mama, you didn't have no daddy. I don't give a damn about none of that. I have no sympathy, no compassion for anyone that's out in the community, and I'm blocking as I go, that's in the community, that's peddling death and destruction for your own economic gain. Okay. Somebody said I'm going to hell because of it. Well, you can kiss my entire black ass and call it sweet, brother. Because see, y'all want these preachers to keep on giving y'all this Sunday morning bullshit that they've been giving y'all, where they sound good, they put it hollering and running and jumping, and our communities are not changing. Our world, our society, our homes are not changing. So if you got a problem with me cussing, and Jesus calls some folk out of their names on numerous occasions, if you got a problem with me cussing, cut off your TV, get off of social media, because nothing that I'm saying is going to change. I'm going to keep on saying it the way I say it, because too long have we been polite in our community, and our politeness has brought us nothing but chaos and destruction. Nothing but chaos. So I don't give a damn about whether you like me cussing or not. You a pastor. Well, your pastor playing with the little boys' boobies and laying down with the little girls in the church. Your pastor's not in the street with the gangsters and the gang members. Your pastor's not doing anything but hooping and hollering, running and jumping and telling y'all to bring all the money on Sunday to the storehouse, but ain't nothing ever coming out of the storehouse that's going into the community. So I don't give a damn about what you think about me. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. You don't like who I am? Then damn it, cut the TV off. Get off of social media, because nothing that I say is going to change. Y'all with these preachers that all he can tell you about, when you die, you're going to get over yonder. Well, damn, when you die, it's over. But what you going to do while you're living? If your pastor cannot give you some light and tell you about life and tell you what Jesus really came here for, he said, I am come that you may have life and have life more abundantly. You're supposed to have some money in your pocket. You're supposed to be motivated. There is nothing that should be going on in your life that's too hard for you if you know who God is. God is not a religion. Damn being a Baptist, damn being a Methodist, damn being in the church of God in Christ, damn being a Presbyterian. God wasn't none of those things. God is not a religion. God is God. And his awesomeness is not contained in them 66 little books that y'all want to say everything that you need to know about Jesus is in the 66. You a damn lie. Because in the last chapter of John and in the last verse, it says if everything had been written about Jesus that Jesus did, there would not be enough books in the world to contain it. So don't come to me with what you think I'm supposed to do, because what your pastor do. Your pastor ain't doing a damn thing. Whose life is he saving? He tell you about life after death. I'm trying to keep you from having a life here that's full of hell on this side. Stop preaching. Don't preach to them so hard on a Monday night. See, I don't talk about no Peter, James, and John no every Sunday. And I'm going to tell you something else I don't do. I don't tell you that lie. Pastor, you better watch it now. You better watch it. You better watch it, because you finna make some of the good church folk mad with what you finna say now. I'm going to tell you that lie. That Jesus died on a Friday and got up on a Sunday morning. Oh, Lord. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. You can read scripturally where Jesus died on a Friday. In fact, Jesus, when you read in Matthew, you read the red writing, Jesus says, as Jonah was in the belly of the whale 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth. You can't get 3 days and 3 nights out from Friday evening to Sunday morning. So when your preacher hooped that, he lied to you. He lied to you because that is not scripture. That is a traditional BS that we have been given for 100 years, and we keep on giving you that same BS, and they get mad at me because I refuse to give you the bullshit of the church. Oh. Oh. Let me take somebody over here.
Yeah, I can't get to it.
That fatty thought. And this year, Easter's on my birthday. April Fool's Day. Y'all get your gifts and cards together. Easter was a pagan god. So you're celebrating the resurrection of Christ. I do believe he died and that he rose. And that he rose with all power in his hand. But it wasn't on a Sunday morning. Y'all keep on making folk rich that don't even believe that the Messiah has come. Y'all will go to the Jew and spend all your money with the Jew, and the Jew does not even believe that the Messiah has come. Y'all want to look pretty for Easter. I'm so glad I can buy so many days out of the week I want to and look good. Thank you, M&K. Even when I buy one off the rack, I can take it to my tailor, Ruthie, and Ruthie don't put my name on it, put my tags and tabs on it, let me design it the way that I want. Look, you shouldn't have to just wait till Easter to be able to put on a damn suit. Something wrong with you. God got suits hanging on the rack 365 days a week. And let me give you church from something else. And then I'm going to go on and talk about Cheryl. Because I know y'all want me to talk about Cheryl. Let me tell you something. If you're in a church that has Easter egg hunts, you are serving a pagan god. How you get Easter eggs, some colored boiled eggs? What does that got to do with the resurrection of Christ? What that got to do? What that got to do with the resurrection of Christ? And then some of you church folk, y'all so damn ignorant. Y'all got a bunny laying eggs. Here's some ignorant ass folk. I like Easter egg hunts. And the kids do too. Sorry, Easter egg hunt. You're paganistic. You're a traditionalist. This is the bullshit that you've been given by the church, and this is your mandate to stay ignorant. You want to stay ignorant. Y'all got rabbits laying eggs. Damn. Y'all did something to a rabbit that God didn't do. See, we try to make the children happy. Why not make the children happy with the truth? You scared to tell your children the truth because you don't want to be proven the liar that you've been lying to them all these times. Like I've been telling about the white man that can go all around the world in the little sled, go to every house in the world with the toys. And he comes, Santa Claus comes. You better tell him that whatever you're getting, I worked hard for you to have it. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. You're in the church like Tyree James Neal. I don't like you. You gone, brother. I'm in this house tonight. You're brainwashed, and you love being brainwashed. Rabbit laying eggs, and they color the eggs too. See, just like y'all tell children about that lie about Jesus being a white man that y'all got hanging on your white wall because you want your God to be a white man with the blue eyes and the blonde hair. So you dare not tell your children the truth. And that Bible that you read out of the 66, when Paul says, support slavery. Obey your master. Okay, I got something for your master. And it ain't obeying you. Ooh, okay. See, you can't deal with facts because you can't deal with anything other than the lies that you've been told, because the lies, the dressed up lies, sound better than the naked truth. You ain't gonna read for yourself. You take what everybody say as fact. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep on telling. I'm gonna tell it all around this country, all around this world. I blocked them because I want to. Ask me why I blocked somebody, you'll be next. Yeah, y'all want to follow King James, who was a homosexual, but you want to condemn the homosexual. You want to follow your Jesus. You want your God to be a white man. We as black folk are the only folk on the planet that serve a God that don't look like us. I'm gonna leave that alone because y'all don't want no teaching, okay? And please don't bring any subject of Jamel Robinson. I'm gonna give you one shot that I'm not talking about. If I'm not talking about it, don't bring it up on my show, okay? Get you a show where you bring up whatever subjects you want to bring up. Now let me deal with something that is going on in the city of Memphis, okay? Michael, you upset because read through the research. You say it was a rumor. You said it's a rumor. It's a rumor that there's a heaven and a hell. Okay? Now let me go get on. That is a rumor, ain't it? There's a rumor that after death, there is a heaven. We just believe that there is. So don't tell me about rumors, my brother. Now let me talk about Cheryl Wright and Dr. Billy Ray Turner. Billy Ray. You know, I have did in-depth stories since Billy Ray was arrested. I believe that was in November. Okay. Billy Ray, who's been charged with conspiracy to murder, first degree murder, and I forget the other charge. There are 3 charges. Now, those of you on Instagram, we're off the religious stuff, so stay where I am or you get blocked. Okay. Cheryl and Billy Ray are in jail. I'm not interested in the lady on the scooter on Friday. We gotta quit telling me what y'all want me to talk about. Damn it, y'all got something y'all want to talk about? Y'all got Facebook Live, do it. I don't care about the woman that was in the scooter on the expressway. That ain't my subject. Okay, with a big hat on. She's just trying to get to church on a scooter. She's just trying to get to church 3 days early. That's all. She knew that scooter wasn't gonna get her that fast, so she had to leave home early. Why y'all mad at the lady on the scooter on the expressway with the big hat trying to get to church? But anyway, by Sunday. This morning, I went to the hearing. Lorenzen Wright was murdered viciously 10 years ago. I stated when I was on the radio 10 years ago that the murderer of Lorenzen Wright, NBA basketball star, was done by his wife, or she had it done. That was my statement 10 years ago. Cheryl Wright turned Lorenzo out years ago, as a young man. And he was killed in a field that used to be their freak field. They used to go to this spot in the woods and smoke their reefer and get their freak on here in the eastern part of Memphis. Okay. For 10 years, nobody could find the murderer or the murderers of Lorenzo Wright. And this summer, they go to a river, pond, lake that they had already examined some years ago, Walnut, Mississippi. And they find a gun that they say is the murder weapon. There is a co-conspirator or a person that was, I'm trying to think of the legal term for it now, who gave up Billy Ray, that they have not named. We've talked about it here on this show. Andrew, you go on to, I do the show at the pace I want to do it. There is a person that led the police to this lake in Walnut, Mississippi, that they had already been in and found the murder weapon. Then they come back and they arrest Billy Ray. So apparently the person that they have not named, the person on the secret indictment, told them about Billy Ray. So they arrest Billy Ray. Then they go to California and they get Cheryl. Cheryl plays crazy, and for a couple of weeks, and they finally get her extradited here. She has pleaded not guilty. And, well, I'm just blocking folks tonight, left and right. He has pleaded not guilty. Billy Ray has an attorney by the name of John Perry from Mississippi. I think he also sometimes serves as a judge. And she has the dream team of Steve Farice Jr. and young Mr. Baldwin. From what I'm understanding, and from talking to someone very close to the case today, the reason that we see Junior Baldwin and Junior Farice as the lawyers here, who are sons of high-powered, high-profile lawyers here in the city of Memphis, is because I'm told that they're doing this case pro bono. They're doing it free. That she doesn't have the money to do the cases, but these cases are good for these two young junior lawyers whose fathers are already high-profile lawyers who became even more high-profile when they took on the Mary Winkler case some years ago. And to those of you around the country, and you gone to Lamp Chaser, they took on this case because it was high-profile. The nurse, not the nurse, but the pastor's wife that shot her husband in the back, they got the girl off free. She did what, 2-3 months? She played crazy, walked around with some hooker shoes on, and they let her go. Well, this is going to build the profile and the image of these two young attorneys so that they can start asking for the money that their fathers asked for. Confidential informant. Thank you, that's the word I was looking for. Confidential informant. Okay? That deal has already been struck. Now, the death penalty now is off the table. The family doesn't even want them killed. They better families than me. Okay? But they don't want Cheryl and Billy Ray killed. They are set to report again on April the 26th, but on April the 12th, there is going to be a bond hearing. Now, I'm very sure there is going to be a bond given, okay? It's going to be a high bond. I expect Judge Lee Coffey to set $1 million bond for both of these individuals. I think that at that particular point, their attorneys will come back, set another date, to see if they can get a lower bond. Mr. Faris and Mr. Ballin was talking about how Cheryl was under stress. She was frustrated. There had been death in the family and things of that nature, and she wanted to get out of jail. Everybody go to jail want to get out of jail. That's just common. You go to jail, you want to get out of jail. So that's a common. But I sat down with someone today that is very close to Mr. Billy Ray Turner and the case. And they shared some information with me concerning Billy Ray that I had not thought of or I did not know. And guess what? I'm going to tell you about it after these commercial messages. If you shut up and educate, motherfucker, get off my motherfucking page. Fuck you. You gone. This is my motherfucking show, and I do my motherfucking show the way I motherfucking want to. What's up?
The iPad is on TV.
Do what?
The iPad connected to the TV.
What you mean my iPad connected to the TV?
What's showing on your iPad is showing on our TV.
Show on what TV?
The TV we got in the studio.
How would that show on Comcast?
It ain't showing on Chrome. I don't think it's on Earth. I think it's just connected to our.
Okay, well, that's all right. Don't mess with it. Don't y'all mess with that. You motherfuckers come on my motherfucking page and gonna tell me how to do a talk show. If you don't like what I'm doing, get your motherfucking asses off. That's all you gotta do. Go, be my gone.
I think it's in your Facebook. They got
Do what?
they got it locked, so I can't direct it.
How? I'm doing it from here. Which one, Facebook?
The one you got?
Okay, I'm locking up here.
Okay. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Cause I was trying to pull it up.
We've got, the church page is up, right?
Yes, all the pages up.
Instagram is up. Yeah. How the fuck somebody gonna come on my page and tell me what I need to do on my page? Cause I ain't moving fast enough for you. Fuck you. Go get your page. What commercial is this we playing? Okay, Mikhail. I got it. Fuck you. Your mammy was fake. That's the reason she had your ass. Barbara Ogle, I'm reading where you said they need to stay in jail even if it takes 7 years. That ain't the Constitution. Okay? The law allows for them to get a bail. So it's going to happen. Now, whether they can get out of jail is the problem. They can set the bail so high that, you know, whatever comes up, comes up. Okay? And a lot of y'all, I just don't like your comments and you're gone. If you think this is Sunday morning, this is not Sunday morning. Okay? And why I'm so close to the phone? Because I want to. It's my motherfucking phone. Okay? It's just that simple. I shall perish with your mammy. I'll be down there with your mammy then. We'll all perish together.
Yes, ma'am.
Z-Reed, you gone too. Why Bobby Lewis? You think that's your business? I don't know, Jordan, I don't know what their conditions of bail will be. First of all, they gotta get one. Then you gotta get a bail that you're able to get out. Anything over in Shelby County, anything that is over $100,000, there has to be a source hearing. A source hearing, and I'm gonna explain it when we go back up on our the source hearing, what a source hearing does, you have to prove where your money coming from. You have to show the bank accounts and everything. When you get a bond over $100,000 and above, you've got to prove where your money comes from. Bobby Lewis, you want to get to know who?
30 seconds.
Okay. The haters come because they understand greatness. I'm not talking about no damn TDJ. Motherfucker, you expose them.
10 seconds. Five, four, three, two.
I've been asked whether I believe that they will get bail. Yes, I believe most definitely that Cheryl Wright and Billy Ray Turner will get bail. But the question comes, will they be able to afford the bail? Yeah, that becomes a question. If it's $1 million, the cost is supposed to be $100,000. But you got bonding companies that'll take it for 2%, 3%. Bonds that high, somebody is going to have to put up some money. You're going to put up some money and some property. Now, here's what we deal with in Shelby County. Any bond that's $100,000 or plus, they have to have a source hearing, okay? A source hearing, what does a source hearing mean? A source hearing here in Shelby County means that if you're going to put up $100,000 bond, you're gonna bond somebody out, you've got to show where that money comes from, okay? Where that money comes from. You're gonna have to show the bank account where that particular money it has to come from. So there has to be a source hearing. I'll give you, for instance, the man that murdered my son last year while he was drinking, Melvin Willis, was on bond for $50,000. He got out of jail. His sister put up some property, took $5,000 to A+ bonding, and they bonded him out of jail. Well, in the beginning of the year, they put that little thing on your on the leg that if you drink, they know. Okay? Now, Melvin Willis, the guy that killed my son, had been convicted in 2 other states of DUI. Every time he was arrested for DUI, which was about 3 times in Shelby County, they always reduced the charges to reckless driving. Last year in March, he went before Judge Scan. Judge Scan put him on probation with the premise in there that he had to put on one of the things that you blow into before your car starts. If you've been drinking, if you're over the level, your car's not going to start. Well, the county of Shelby did not make sure, they did not enforce their role in that. They did not make sure that he had the system on his car. So he was able last year to run over my son on a bicycle, 34 years old, and take his life. Well, he wasn't supposed to drink. It took him 3 or 4 months to get out of jail. Okay? Took him 3 or 4 months to get out of jail. There is already a lawsuit. Y'all know how that's already going on. They put him on a $50,000 bond. In January, because of that instrument he had on his leg, they found out that he had been drinking twice. Now, this is a guy with a public defender that the citizens of Shelby County is paying for. He was arrested and he was placed back in jail because he violated the terms of the judge's order of probation. Okay? Bond, rather, excuse me. And he was drinking again. He's 62 years old. He's a lifelong drunk. So now he's on a $100,000 bond. The judge added an extra $50,000 to the bond that he was already on and he violated. So A+ bonding, I guess, is getting ready. His sister, I guess he done stayed in jail long enough, and she's going to bail him out of jail again. Well, see, my argument is going to be on that is how does the county of Shelby pay a public defender to represent him, and he keep on getting out of jail on these $5,000 payments that have to be paid. 2 $50,000 bonds, $10,000. So my argument has got to be, how can Shelby County release him? Because he don't drink again. He's a lifelong drunk. He gonna drink again. He's probably going to kill somebody else. Dale, wouldn't it be something? Dale got jury duty next week. Okay. Dale works for me and they giving her jury duty, and they know anything that Dale find out, I'm gonna know it. Okay. They giving Dale jury duty. Dale wouldn't have been something if you had been on his trial ain't up. He's facing 20 years. But oh, Dale, you make sure you let me know what's going on. Whoever case you on jury duty next week, and she gonna tell you. So I just hope you get on one of them interesting cases. Now, so when we talk about our judicial system, and we talk about bonds and things of that nature, yeah, under the Constitution, they can get a bond, but the judge can set the bond so high that it's going to be hard for them to get out. Now, my argument on that would be that she's a flight risk. She was already in California, okay? She was already in California. She had left Memphis, went to Houston, went from Houston to California. The man been dead 10 years. She on her second husband since he been dead, done spent thousands of dollars. But let me give you some of the juice, okay? Can I give y'all some of the juice? In talking to somebody very close to Billy Ray Turner's case, see, please understand, the murder of Lorenzen Wright was not supposed to take place in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay? Was not supposed to take place. That's where the conspiracy to murder comes in, is because, and I'm told from somebody that knows, I know he knows, because he's very close to the case, especially when it comes to Billy Ray, that Billy Ray got on an airplane with Shara and they went to Atlanta. They went to Atlanta and they told Lorenzen that they was coming in for one of the children's little recital or something that the children had. He had the children visiting with him, okay? But what happened was that Lorenzen would not come to see them. I'm told Atlanta. That murder did not take place, so they had to make sure that the murder took place here in Memphis. Okay, so Risa Thomas, at least you know you finna get blocked. Okay, yeah. I'm hearing that there are also threats that have been made against Billy Ray Turner. That there are some other persons who are involved, and the word has been sent to Billy Ray Turner, even though he's locked up, that if he talks, that he's going to be killed, or members of his family is going to be killed. Okay? I'm told that it is not believed that Billy Ray really pulled the trigger. They say he's not a man with heart. He was just in love with that killer coochie. And we talk about Cheryl Wright. She must have had a good old good one to keep men marrying her and in a position where they would go and kill. I'm looking for Cheryl to tell on everybody. Cheryl cares about nobody but Cheryl. Cheryl is going to rat out everybody. What I'm hearing that there is a lot of evidence that's going to show that Billy Ray Turner was a fall guy, that he is a fall guy, that he's a patsy in the case. He's a man that fell in love with the freakiness of Cheryl. That fire head they said that Cheryl has, that coochie that I hear guys talk about, she had that just grabs your soul and pulls you in. That's the reason I call it killer coochie. Yeah. That was a plan. That was a plan. Now we don't know what the master plan was and of why she had her husband killed. There's also the conversation that Lorenzen had offered her a lump sum of money for the custody. Of his children. She didn't want to give up the children. And let's say this. The children do not believe that their mother has any role in this whatsoever. Okay? The children don't. The children don't believe that their mama had no role in the killing. But we're going to know more about what's going to happen on the 12th. On the 12th, again, the bond hearing will take place. On the 26th, a status hearing or a report will be made to Judge Coffey. The trial date could be set at that particular time. I'm told that Cheryl invested about $30,000 into Turner's lawn business. Now let me say one thing. I listened to a question that was asked of John Perry outside of the courtroom, and the question was asked, does John Turner have a wife and children? Attorney Perry said no, but I've got pictures of Billy Ray holding a newborn baby. Supposedly, and the girl lives in Raleigh, Frazier area, or somewhere up in that area, that there was a newborn baby, maybe August, September, back in that time, okay? So, there is a baby. I've got the picture. I got a picture of him laying down, holding a baby close to him. So, I'm wondering if even Billy Ray is being totally honest with his lawyer, okay? Now, the lawyer also kept saying that he's a Christian man. He's a man of faith. Well, Christians kill, church folk kill, but believers kill. Yeah. If you don't believe that, ask Jesus. The folk that killed Jesus and the folk that wanted Jesus dead were the religious folk. Because Jesus came against what they were teaching. He was revolutionizing this thing of belief and being spiritual. He didn't hold to the doctrines and dogmas of the religious sect. And the religious folk are the folk who had Jesus killed. Yeah. These are the folk that had Jesus killed. Those of you on Instagram, you're about to time out, and I'm going to bring it back up so that you can come back up. Yeah, it was church folk. You church folk. It was the church folk, the believers, those that were spiritual, that killed Jesus. We're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. But we got a lot of haters tonight on Instagram. Huh?
Look like they sprinkled throughout.
Do what now?
I said, it looks like they're sprinkled throughout.
Let's go back to this here on the church side. Oh. Because it's my motherfucking shirt. Why the fuck you worry about, I got my name on my shirt? Motherfucker, find you a table. Damn. Why you get your name on yours? Because it's mine. Margaret, you on your way out? Well, you know, my name looks good to me, and every motherfucker like, your wife likes it, but I tell you what, your mama do too, but. You know, isn't it pitiful, Marcus, he gone anyway. Isn't it a shame that men be worried about another man? Yeah, isn't it something when men, you worry about my name on my clothing. My name is on probably 40, 50 suits. Why are you wearing? Okay, why are you wearing? That sounds like bitch mode, brother.
They stay in there.
Shit. You just jealous. Damn. It don't look tacky to me. It's my clothes. I like it. Well, I don't know what y'all do in Oxford, but in Tennessee, we do. Ooh. You ain't got your name on nothing, including a light bill, house note, on a car. You ain't got your name on nothing and get mad because I got my name on everything. It's called marketing. It's called branding. But you wouldn't know nothing about that. Because where you work, Mr. McDonald's name is on the sign. Haters, motivators. Come on. You ain't got your name on nothing. What you worry about? What's this little skeezer here? You ain't got your name on nothing. Lovely Ramsey. You ain't lovely now. See, you put love in front of your name because that makes you feel good. No, sir, I don't smoke good anymore. Why y'all be worried about me? I'm a full-grown man and I own everything I got. Damn. Talk about pussy ass, nigga. I don't even talk about pussy. I'm looking at your motherfucking face on the place. It looks like a pussy. So what the fuck I need to talk about it for? Look in the mirror, bitch. Yeah.
20 seconds.
Broke bitches, I can't stand. I can't stand you broke hoes now. Section 8 assholes. Phony weave wearing. Ooh, Lord. Y'all pray for me. Yes, I thank God.
5, 4,
In fact, I know you did.
2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. I have to be dealing with these folk here on social media. Maybe I need to go to pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you have to pay to watch me. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Thank you so very much for those of you that woke up. I had a fellow on here that was worried about my name being on my suits and on my stuff. But why a man be worried about it? See, y'all walk around, these jealous ass men. Y'all walk around with somebody else's name on y'all clothes. McDonald's, Mickey D's, Burger King. Y'all have to walk around with somebody else's name. It's called branding, my brother. It's called a trademark. The name Thaddy Bear is a registered trademark, sir. It's registered. It's called taking care of business. I'm a businessman. I'm a personality. So I use this as part of my branding. Okay. So see, and I look at the ignorance that be on social media, and I wonder where we fail in education and especially business. I should start a denomination. Why would I start a denomination? I'm anti-denominations. Okay? We have no denomination at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. We just got God. Okay? We just got God. That's all we got. And they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and what? Truth. And if y'all don't want to deal with truth, I don't know what's wrong. And in our society, and in the black community, y'all don't like the truth. Y'all like lies. You like from lying to you. You want to feel good off of lies. That's the reason. And so much for Sharon, because they still locked up. They're going to be locked up. And there's a lot of stuff going to come out of this. But let me say something. The president today made a statement on opiates, okay? Dealing with painkillers, morphine, oxycodone, Percocets, okay? And Donald Trump is calling for the death penalty on those who are stealing drugs, making drugs, and they're contributing to the death rate in our communities. And this is whether you're black or white. The president said we are in an epidemic dealing with misuse and overdose. I don't care what you think about Donald Trump. I can't support a drug dealer of any nature. Whether it's the opiates, whether it's heroin, whether it's crack cocaine. I agree with the president. You need to die. If you're out in our communities peddling death, what do you think they're doing when they, we've had a rash of robberies in Walgreens and going into the pharmacies where they're stealing drugs. You think they're stealing drugs because they got a headache, they got the arthritis or the rheumatism? These hoodlums that are breaking into these places, I say it the way I want to, Sister Amy, who are breaking into these drugstores, are breaking into these drugstores to be able to have drugs to sell in our community that is causing overdoses and causing death. Back in the day, we used to care about what happens in our community. We used to care. But we no longer give a damn. And the sad thing, especially in the black community, we look for excuses to excuse the evilness that is going on in our community. I have no feelings, I have no passion for a drug dealer. Kill his ass. Kill his ass. Burn his ass up. In fact, David, if you're looking for somebody to pull the switch, I'll pull it. When we look at our society and we see the young men and we see the young women, we see the older men and women who are hooked on drugs. It is caused by the selling of drugs in our neighborhood. Now, some of y'all want to compare those who make drugs for the purpose of painkillers, Pfizer and those manufacturing companies. They're not making those drugs for the purpose of you overdosing. They're making it, I guess, for your medical purposes, but you got folk in the street that don't give a damn. And see, I see it on here, and I knew it was gonna come. You wretched-minded Negroes. This Negro here says, white put the drugs in our neighborhoods. Well, damn. So you want to blame the white man for the drugs in the community. You want to blame the white man for you going to the crack house to buy the crack. You want to blame the white man that your black ass go to the black dealer and say, here's some money, give me a bump. Even if the government, even if the white man is doing it, does that mean that you got to be a partaker of it? Damn. Yeah, let him die. I don't care. Kill him. I feel the same way about the robber man. I feel the same way about the rapist. Kill him. See, you want some of the crime to stop in this country? Kill him. The government. You act like it's brand new with the government. When did you ever believe that the government of the United States gave a damn about you? Go back, Mr. Negro. Go back and read the Kissinger report. Go back and understand that this government has long had a plan to annihilate the birth of black children in this country. It's called gentrification. Yes. Go back and read it. That is a plan that was put in place by your government to destroy black folk in this country. And guess what? We fall for it every time. Every time. Every time. Let me take you back to the Nigger Project. Get Google. Y'all got Google. Go back and look up the Nigger Project. They got polite with it in some readings. The Negro Project. Go back I'm just blocking you out on Instagram. As you come up stupid, you're gone. Margaret Sanger. Who is Margaret Sanger? Margaret Sanger put together a project that was called Planned Parenthood. Why do y'all think Planned Parenthood came into play? To kill off black babies. Every time you go and get an abortion, you're taking the life of a black baby. And some of y'all have used Planned Parenthood and abortion as a form of birth control. Some of y'all have had 4, 5 abortions. Don't raise your hand. You ain't got to raise your hand. Planned Parenthood. Read about it. Go, just don't take my word for it. Read. The white man was right when he said, if you want to keep something from a nigga, put it in a book. Read. The Negro Project, the Nigger Project, Margaret Sanger was a racist. Too many black babies are being born in this country. Why you think that, look, I was talking to my doctor the other day, Dr. Bowman, and I enjoy going to him because I get so much history from him. Somebody says it's better than a coat. I go, keep your damn, bitch, you need to keep your legs closed. It's better than a clothes hanger. Damn, do you see the mindset of us as a people? Wait a minute, somebody said, wait a minute, so you talk about the women who have multiple kids and can't take care of them, but now you want to act pro-life? Wait a minute. I'm saying quit, well, I won't say it. Quit screwing, that's what I'm telling you. Quit, ooh, I'm on TV, I can do it on social media. Get yourself a condom. Quit screwing raw. Hell no, I don't support you with multiple babies and you can't feed them. But at the same time, you already know when you lay down and open up and gap your legs wide open and let John, Paul, Dick, Jay, Harry, nephew, John, and all the people get between you, you already know you cannot afford a baby. Ain't nobody's fault but yours. Yours. Then you want society to be responsible for your nothing ass with the nothing ass kids that you keep bringing into this world. Then you want to wait around, Then when you had 9.5 babies, you all of a sudden, you want to find Jesus. Lord, I need me a husband. Lord, send me a husband. Lord ain't gonna send nobody that wants to be successful to your nothing ass. You laying up there having baby after baby after baby after baby after baby. You won't do nothing to protect yourself. It's your fault. If they don't eat, it's on you. Quit putting your babies on society. But I was giving you some history. I was telling you about Margaret Sanger. Read it for yourself. You don't want to listen to me. Go and read for yourself. You don't understand what has taken place in this country. All of a sudden, many of you want to think that the white man in power gives a damn about you. In fact, let me tell you poor white folks something. Poor ass white folk Where do you think the term trailer park trash came from? It didn't come from black folk, because black folk love you too much to call you some names. White folk in the upper echelon decided that you ain't worth nothing either. White folk in power don't give a damn about poor white folk either. They don't care nothing about you. But we lay back and still coming up with a plan to change our society and change who we are. We want to blame everybody. The white man did this. See, the white man gonna do this. Well, damn, what you gonna do for your own damn self? When you gonna get up off your ass and come up with a strategy and a plan to change your society and who you are yourself? I'm poor. Okay, you poor because you want to. You poor because you want to be poor. I refuse to serve that poor God that y'all serve. You call yourself saved, sanctified, fire baptized, and all that other stuff that y'all want to say. But you can't, after you leave church on Sunday, you can't go get a box of church's chicken. What kind of God y'all serve? Then white folk owe some money. Why white folk owe you some money? Why do you think white folk gonna give you some money? I'm looking at you, these ignorant ass folks that come up with this crazy thing. White folk owe us some money. Who gonna pay you? You better go get your own damn money. Do like me. I don't feel sorry for a man that ain't trying. I get up, I work 7 days a week. My doctor told me today, you need to slow down some. So I don't give a damn about your broke ass. You ain't trying to do nothing. You waiting back on the government, or you waiting for some woman to get an income tax check so she can give you a couple of $1,000. What kind of nigga you, and you can live off a couple of $1,000? Damn. You women, you all know what kind of man you're laying down with. You just want something running betwixt your legs. Reparation. You ain't gonna get no damn reparations. So what the hell y'all keep on even talking about some damn reparations? Why y'all think y'all gonna get some damn reparations from? See, some things is even foolish to even keep on talking about. See, the white man owe us. See, we shall overcome. Black power. We going to the mountaintop. We done had a dream. We shall overcome. Where you gonna get the reparations from? And you paying taxes, and it's got to come from your pocket. You done got your income tax money, and you didn't do nothing. You done bought all the little crab legs. You won't eat a crab leg till this time next year. A lobster tail. You're going to have to eat some other kind of tail for the rest of the year. Many of you women right now, you are victims of the income tax love affairs. He loved your ugly ass, your fat ass. He was calling you ugly and fat back in June in the summertime, but he found out that you worked and he fell in love with you. He apologized for calling you fat and ugly. You fell in love, and then you fell for the okie doke. You gave him half your check, if not all your check. You bought him a car, a new pair of sneakers, and now guess what? You bought him a phone, and he won't even return your call. He won't return your text. You were just a fool. Somebody say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. You must be one of them Negroes on here that you using women to get some money. See, a man that got to use a woman to get some money, you ain't about nothing, brother. You ain't no real man. No real man wants a woman to take care of him. Not a real man, okay? No, not a real man feels bad if a woman got to do too much for him. Where is your manhood? There used to be a time in the black community that we wanted to be men. They go on here talking about good wanking thing is awesome. No, it ain't. Hell, she can get a dildo. She can get a butterfly. She can get one of them things. They got one of them things now, put batteries in it. It just goes zzz. It turns all the way around. It goes in and out. And damn, she ain't got to buy no groceries. She ain't got to do nothing to it. It don't ask for no income tax. Just keeps her batteries handy. You excited about $4,000 or $5,000. Girl, somebody gave it Jackrabbit. Thank you, baby. I know it had to be a woman. Thank you for that. Girl, I got $5,000. Baby, you ain't got no money. $5,000 excites you? How long does $5,000 last? How long that last for y'all? $5,000? You nigger rich. For 2 weeks. Girl, I done got my check. Ooh, I've been waiting. You ain't bought your children no school supplies. Your ass gonna be in that big in line when it's time for school to start again. You ain't put nothing aside. I done went from killing the killers to dealing with you ratchet ass minded folk because black folk don't want to think. I'm gonna flip your money. You done gave your money to some Negro that's a drug dealer and he done used your money to buy some drugs. And won't even buy you a BC for a headache. So I ain't got no sympathy for you killers in our community. Got no sympathy. You out here robbing and killing, you selling drugs. Death is what you deserve. You robbed the old lady, you raped the old lady, you carjacked somebody and take something, you break it in somebody's house. When you break in their house, they sort of kill your ass dead. Yes, if you come into the window, shoot him and pull him on the inside, let him bleed and make sure he's dead before you even call the 911. Until we start to take it back over our communities and let the criminals know, I don't care what color you are, black or white, that we are tired in our society of putting up with your madness. Until we do that, things gonna remain the same. So I don't care about what you think about Trump. Most of y'all complaining didn't vote no way. So, and if you don't vote, you ain't got no complaint. Somebody said I pass the offering plate around 5 times a day. Hell, sometimes I forget it's time for offering. I be ready for this. They have to remind me. So don't worry about me. Don't worry about the naked truth, liberation, and empowerment ministry. See, I'm the pastor that don't get paid. Yeah, I'm the pastor that don't get paid. You take that to your pastor. I don't pass no baskets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And again, I'll forget sometimes because I'll get. And yesterday we had a musician too. Ooh, and how does a musician? I forgot almost about the money. And it takes money to run a church, to run a ministry. And what we got is a ministry. Hell, I'm tired. Y'all worried about Trump. Why y'all worried about Trump? Trump already got money. Trump is already the president. And let me tell y'all something. I didn't make no more money because Obama was the president. I ain't gonna make no less because Trump is there, because I'm gonna get off my ass every morning and do what it takes to make a living. I don't care if your black ass don't eat. I don't give a damn if they put your black ass out on the corner. If you ain't trying to pull yourself up, your black ass belongs on the damn corner hungry. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
You got a lady on Facebook.
I can't hear you back there.
I said, you got a lady on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
Bobby Lewis or whatever her name is. She get
And what?
on- She get on my nerves. I wish I could get her. I gotta figure out how to get to her.
What's her name?
Bobby Lewis.
Letitia Rouse, what's up? What about Bobby Lewis? What's she doing?
She didn't call you sugar daddy and everything that she need to come out.
Just because she called me sugar bear?
No, she called you sugar bear. She said you was a sugar daddy. And she had a whole lot of stuff on her.
Did she?
That's the most recent thing, yeah.
Okay. She goes. Pastor E.A. Stevens Jr. What's up, Ed Stevens? Pastor of the Golden Gate Cathedral. These pastors be slick coming on the page, huh? I see all y'all. You're a broke pastor. If that's what you think, brother. Baby, I don't worry about nobody saying they're gonna break it down. Come on in the room. What's up, man? Steve called me Rabbi. See, some of you Negroes always want the church to do something for you, pay your damn bills, but you won't give nothing to the church. Yeah, church ain't your personal bank. If you don't give nothing but some time and some faithfulness, can you explain why you curse? I'm not preaching, brother. This is a TV talk show. This is why I make my money. And you want to see what I do on Sunday morning? You invite 3835 Raleigh Military Road. And some of you are so grown to be silly. Y'all just make silly comments. Ooh, oh. Miss Neely, don't worry about what I'm looking at. Do I still need that dog food or not? No, unless your mama coming over tonight or something, I don't know. Why y'all be wanting shout outs? that tough talk about killing dope men, just a smoke screen. Need to kill them. How many commercials we got left in that break, in this break?
I was gonna come back after this one.
Okay, I thought the comedian.
Ten seconds.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. So glad to have each and every one of you. It amazes me how some of you find me so great on social media that when I block you, you go back to create a page just to be here. You really want to hear the truth, but you're fearful of truth. If it's not conventional, if it's not what you've been taught, you don't really like hearing the truth. Somebody said commercial breaks average. I don't tell you how to put cheese on my burger. My commercials on my show that I own, they last as long as I want to. Okay? So when you get a job, baby, then your commercials on your show can do whatever it is you want it to do. But this is a business. I'm giving nothing else but money. I'm here, the TV show is about money. Nothing else. I bring you good information. This is a television talk show. Just like when y'all looking at the white folk on TV, same thing. We all here to make some money. Okay? That's what we're here. Just to make some money. The commercials you see pay me well to be on TV. And let me say something to, okay, well good, you'll leave it, thank you. I'll make sure you stay calm. Okay, thank you, all right. You politician that's running for office, we've got quite a few. And you need to call me if you're advertising. I'm still waiting for the committee of Terry Rowland to get their commercials made. Mr. Floyd Bonner, who I wholeheartedly support. Benny Cobb has ran for sheriff 3 times in the past. Then he had the nerve to call me on my show and talk crazy to me. Benny Cobb, nice fella, but he's ran for office 3 times and lost. He's a 3-time loser. So why are you running again, Benny Cobb? I'm going to be supporting and I'm going to be asking for your support for Mr. Floyd Bonner. Floyd Bonner, let me tell you about Floyd Bonner. He already has the job. The elected sheriff, Bill Oldham, has been sick for a couple of years now. And Mr. Bonner has been, as the chief deputy, has been operating in that position. You want a black sheriff, the first black elected sheriff, then vote for Floyd Bonner, okay, who's already doing the job, okay, already doing the job without the title of sheriff. Let's give him a hand. I'm going to be supporting Terry Rowland for the Shelby County mayor. He's a white man, sure is. And I'm supporting my friend, who's been my friend even before he was elected to office, okay? I'm supporting Terry Rowland. Yeah, I am. When I told Terry, unlike a lot of these black politicians, when I told Terry Rowland how much it costs to run a countywide race and run your advertising on my show, he didn't bat an eye. He came to the church, wrote the check. Okay? I'm supporting him. The blacks in the race, Sidney Chisholm. I can't support Sidney. Sidney said that we need a black mayor. Well, and here's what I say to Sidney Chisholm. Sidney Chisholm, when Mike Williams, a black man, was running for the mayor of Memphis several years ago, you joined in with Strickland and his campaign, the white mayor. You took Strickland all through the black community. Y'all even cut a commercial with the white man jumping up doing hoops with the little black children in the neighborhood. A lot of you black pastors joined in with that because you thought that the white man loved you and that the white man was going to give you some of the crumbs that fall from the city's table. You ain't got nothing. So, Sidney, when you come and tell me that we need a black mayor and you 70-something years old, damn, brother, if we did, we need a young one. Hell, you're going to have to be running out the meat and going to get the pens and what's that insure. Come on, brother. But it's time. You can't even get, and you were supposed to be the friend of Dr. Willie Harrington. Dr. Harrington is not even endorsing you and supporting you. Okay? So it's time to quit playing the game. Quit playing these games with these black politicians that don't mean us no damn good. They don't mean us no good, but they come and they sing that we shall overcome madness to you. We go into the mountaintop madness to you. And because you want to hear the black rhetoric, you put their black asses back in office and they don't mean us no good. And what's that other boy's name? Lee Harris. Come on, Lee. Come on. What have you done as a senator? What did you do? What did you do as a city councilman? Oh, that's right. You made sure that the homosexuals were all able to go to the same bathroom. Same Lee Harris. I ain't getting about transgenders go to the bathroom. They got to pee too. But Lee, you do remember when you were running for city council the first time, and me and you had some words, and you sent them sisters, the white sisters too. No disrespect to the white sisters. Okay. You sent them to my radio station. Why you talking about Lee on the radio? Lee, our friend. Why you talking about Lee? I almost had to jump on one of them sisters. Came to my office. So I don't know. Hell, I don't know what's going on. But Lee, what have you done? Come on. What is your agenda for black folk? Anybody. And I sat down with Terry. And I talked to Terry. And I'm going to be bringing Terry on my show, Terry Rowland. What's the agenda for black folk? If we ain't getting nothing out of the deal, y'all, why do we keep on putting them in office? Okay? Why do we keep putting them in office and we're not getting anything out of the deal? Carlos Roseborough, was that the best you could do? But you gone, brother. See, weak ass men, I can tell when men are weak, you want to talk about me. And you don't really have so you want to go off into these zones. And guess what, brother? I don't care about you going, because I'll be able to go to the bank in the morning. Where you going? Do you even have a job? Let me tell you something with this political thing. I produced the commercial on Lori Ingram, who's been in that office for 15 years. And so you can tell the difference in my commercials versus those y'all go out and spend thousands of dollars they have made. Plus I give you a few extra seconds on that. You got Lori Ingram's commercial again. Can you put it in so I can play it? I want y'all to look at, I produced Ed Ford's commercial, and I produced Lori Ingram, and I got to work on one tonight and in the morning for Commissioner Eddie Jones. I want you politicians sitting at the House to look at what I can do with a commercial versus what y'all taking to the white folk, and you can't give it 30 seconds or 59 seconds on a commercial. My prices are the lowest in the whole entire market, but you'd rather spend your money with that white man than with a black man, but then you want black folk to vote for you. Put Lori's commercial on and turn it up for me. Turn it up so I can hear it.
Fair, accurate assessment of value. That's why you need to elect an assessor who's not on the job training, but has experience. Lori Ingram has 15 years of experience in the Shelby County Assessor's Office. Lori Ingram is acutely knowledgeable of each and every department in the assessor's office. She has skill sets that include writing policies and procedures. Lori Ingram has worked closely with appraisal and real estate teams to
And then give me Ed Ford's ready.
are treated fairly.
Ed Ford.
Ingram is committed to produce fair and accurate property values, to making the assessor's office accessible to each and every citizen of Shelby County, working with every citizen to provide transparency. She's committed to educate the elderly, disabled, and veterans on available tax reliefs. Lori Ingram is the best qualified candidate to run the assessor's office. Don't vote for on-the-job training. Vote for experience. Vote Lori Ingram for Shelby County Property Assessor. Paid for by the committee to elect Lori Ingram for Shelby County Property Assessor. Donna Spencer, Treasurer.
Now,
Edmund Ford Jr.
okay.
has proven his commitment to public service by serving 3 terms as a Memphis City Councilman. As Councilman, Edmund Ford Jr. co-sponsored the South Memphis Revitalization Plan. He secured $1 million in CIP funds for the expansion and widening of 3rd Street. Supported and sponsored legislation along with the city that's in the process of bringing over 5,500 jobs to District 9. Sponsored $500,000 in CIP funds to restore the Health Loop and Head Start buildings adjacent to the Mitchell Community Center. His inherited spirit of service has allowed this 14-year educator in our school system to raise thousands for all Shelby County high school seniors to receive free access to college scholarships. Edmund Ford Jr. has a proven record of service. Conditions are too critical to elect someone who can only make us promises. Let the work and service continue by electing Edmund Ford Jr. to the County Commission, District Number 9. District 9 doesn't need...
Remy, come in.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Now those commercials, one's about a minute 23, the other one's about a minute 26. When you brothers take your dollars to the white TV stations, you can get no longer than 59 seconds. That's the longest commercial you can get. Because they don't care nothing about it. They take your money. Now you can't come to me free, but I give you a deal. But you won't bring your money to the black man with the largest audience in the Mid-South, whether it's on social media or whether it's on TV. You want to keep on dealing with the white man. Terry Rowland was smart enough to know that I got an audience. Terry Rowland is a Republican. See, first of all, here's what you Negroes better get over. Get over being a Democrat or Republican because ain't no difference in them. The Democratic Party, and we don't have one in Memphis, ours is broke. The Democratic Party in Memphis, if it finally got back together, because the last chairman stole the money and the state disbarred it and y'all tried to put it back there. Y'all ain't got no money. The Democratic, saying that you're a Democrat means nothing. You better find somebody that you couldn't, okay. You can't come into our community any longer and just do what you want to do. You can't. You can't come into our community and do whatever it is you want to do. So you politician, black or white, Republican, whatever you are, call me tomorrow. Get you some advertising. Call the church number, 435-6161. Those of you that know my cell phone number, call me. Okay, gotta have some money. If you ain't got no money, ain't no need of even talking to me. I ain't gonna talk to you and you ain't got no money. I don't want no broke politician. And see, here's what politicians, okay, here's what politicians do. Politicians want to run off their name and don't spend no money. I talked to 2 or 3 politicians last week. I ain't got my money yet. I'm raising money. I said, well, damn. The early voting starts on April the 11th. So how is it you ain't got no money now and it's about to be April and the early voting starts on the 11th? I'm about my money. This is a business. This ain't church. I do church free. This is about my money. Black folk that want, you black politicians that don't want to spend money with a black man, how you gonna ask for black votes? How in the fact, and see, here's the trick. Black politicians are playing with us all across the country. They come into our communities. And they tell you, you vote for me, I'm gonna make a change. You ain't never been elected. You ain't got no history of service in our community, and we keep on voting for them. Because we want to think that they're going to do something in our community. A black politician that does not spend their dollars and cents with black TV, black radio, and a black newspaper is not worth the black vote. In this, you got the Thaddeus Matthews Show, which is on the SVP TV network, a black-owned network. I own the Thaddeus Matthews Show. You got the Tri-State Defender. You got WLOK Radio. Those are the only black-owned medias in this city. Anything else, it may have a black face, but it's white-owned. When y'all take y'all money to Clear Channel, DIA, and all those places, you taking your money to the white man, but you want black folk to vote for you. There is not a black or a white politician that can come on this show and you ain't paid the cost. Well, see, I had a Negro the other day. I told him what my price was. I got $2,000. Doc, ain't nothing you can do with $2,000. That ain't my price. You gonna tell me how much you gonna give me. Well, see, I'm for the people. You be for the people, but if you're gonna be for the people, raise you some money and run. See, because all Negro politicians tell us that same damn lie. Once you elect me, you ain't gonna do nothing. We keep on hearing the same rhetoric all across the country. I don't deal with broke ass politicians. Don't call me. Ain't nothing I can do for you. Man, how much it costs to just come be on your show? You don't even want that price. You need to advertise. You running for office. You want folk to vote for you. Early voting starts on April the 11th. What you got about? You got less than a month before the early voting starts for the primary. And if you ain't got your signs together, you ain't got no. And see, and here's another mistake y'all making. I'm going to social media. If you ain't got the 12 folk on your page, it don't make no difference. Okay? When I look at when my page is up, when the main Facebook page is up, I've got 200,000-300,000 folks. I got at least 50,000 folks that's gonna come on my page every night and watch the Thaddeus Matthews show. I got the church page finally came back up. Okay, how many thousands on there now? 7,000 on the page now. Don't look at that little 283. It's multiples of. When you go back and check it, it'll be over 7,000 people that's watching on the church site right now. Thousands watching right now on Instagram. Thousands watching on the YouTube channel. It ain't about but one thing with me, money. I don't give a damn about your community spirit. I won't see y'all elect me, we gonna make a change. Well, bring me some change, baby. Bring me some change and we can sit down and we can talk about your change. I don't care about, because when you're advertising to get a check. Okay, you get a check. Them folks, the government pays you. But if you're not going to be responsive to the needs of the people, the reason I'm supporting Terry Rowland is because I can call whatever I call Terry Rowland for and what I need, that white man gonna do it for me. Okay, whatever it is I need to get done for people who have needs, I can get it. Eddie Jones, I can call Eddie Jones and get results. Ed Ford Jr., I've been knowing him all his life. I can call Ed Ford Jr., just like I can call his daddy, Ed Ford Sr., who, by the way, he gonna surprise y'all. It ain't no surprise. He gonna run again for city council next year. Look, let me tell y'all something. Black folk gotta quit taking advantage of black folk. So I don't care. I don't care what your issues is at all. I don't care. You want to be a community activist? Get you some money. Activate your pockets. If you ain't activating your pockets, what your message don't mean a damn thing to me, and it don't mean a damn thing to the people. It means that you're taking the vote of the people for granted because you think that you don't deserve to get your message out. And the reason a lot of black politicians don't get their message out because they ain't got no damn message. They ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got no agenda. What is the agenda that you got for black folk? You got to pay me. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You got to pay me. I don't even want to talk to you if you ain't calling me about no money. What we got to talk about? Nothing. Ain't nothing. What am I talking to a politician about? If you're not trying to make a change for the people, but you're running for office, and you don't want to spend money with black media, you want to give all your money to the white folk, then let the white folk put you in office. I think I done said quite, I ain't got 2 minutes. That's all I got. I was having fun. The lawyers ready to do their thing tonight. I bet you can't go see these lawyers for free. Especially that Darren O'Neill. Can't see you either, can you got to pay your way. Okay? I get folks that call me, want me to help you with your issue. Where you gonna sue somebody and get some money, what should I do? Well, you gotta come out of my office and bring something to the table. I'm not gonna make it possible for you to get some money and I don't get paid. Well, you the man of God, I am. And that's the reason I can stay smelling good, driving good, and looking good, and not have to worry about getting a dime from my church, is because I'm able to make my way and get paid for what I do. And if you don't want to pay me, don't call me. What we gonna talk about if we ain't talking about money? Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. It's about time for me to get ready to go. The lawyer's coming up. They're gonna have some great advice. I don't know what they're gonna talk to you about. But if you go to their office, you're gonna have to pay them. Oh, they gonna sound good. But you're gonna have to pay. We've got to learn to pay our way. Quit blaming everybody for the problems that we have in our life. Thanks to all of you who joined me here tonight. You politicians, y'all got my number. Y'all know how to reach me. If not, dial a church. Church numbers 435-6161. Those of you with my cell number, call me. But don't call me if you ain't got no money. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Some of y'all old heads, y'all name been out there a long time. Ain't but one name out there that's been out there a long time that may have a chance at running just off the name, and that's Janice Footlove. And Janet's been sick, but she wants to run for office again. Okay? All right, you judges that's getting ready, y'all non-partisan, y'all better call me. Get you some of this airtime. Let me run you up and fix you up one of these nice commercials I got. I'm out of here. The lawyers are coming up next. We'll do this all over again tomorrow evening. Until that time, top of the evening to you.
Can't nobody come on for free, huh?
No, sir.
My name is Zoe Walton. This is my dad, Tony Walton.
So let one know that Jesus stopped talking to the people because they were broke. It seems like the only time a broke person can talk to him is on Sunday, and he was there at the collection plate. You're right. My name ain't Jesus. And this ain't church. This is business. And if you're a broke motherfucker, don't talk to me. Now fuck you and good night. Bye.
Right here. It's back. I have the time out right now.